Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking one of my older Master Grades, the Master Grade Zeta Gundam version 2.0. Many people requested this, but I held off on this review because I'm currently using this kit, as a lot of you know, for a conversion kit. So we're going to take a look at the original to see what this kit would be with a straight build. So let's have a look and see what we got. Now the first thing you're going to notice about this kit is the look. Pretty much every Zeta Gundam never quite captured the look from the anime series. Even the perfect grade, the hips were a little too wide, the legs didn't look quite perfect. Some kits got really close, but never really perfect. This kit, however, looks perfect. It looks just like we saw from the anime series. But that comes with some drawbacks. Namely, this kit has horrible balance. How horrible? That horrible. It pretty much cannot stand on its own, holding nothing. Now, if you're very patient, you can get it to stand on its own, but it's nearly impossible. That being said, they do give you a base here. This is very similar to the Master Grade Strike Gundam's base. It does have this connection here, that if you have the base that came with the Master Grade AUG Mark II, it will connect on. And you have a connection into the crotch area of the Zeta Gundam. It also comes with this attachment, so you can use this base for the Mark II if you so desire. And there you see him airborne. Now once he's up there, you're solid as a rock. It's a nice strong connection, no issues whatsoever. You can use a standard action base with one of the standard attachments if you prefer. I do this mainly because I don't have room for that big old action base that comes with the kit. In terms of posability, standard 3-1 and then the thumb hand. Decent bend belly elbows. The shoulders are not that good. The shoulders are kind of loose. The arms will fall off occasionally. It's a little complicated to get any decent poses with this, but it's not horrible. That's about as big a bend as you're going to get out of the shoulders. The legs are good, however. You can get nice big bends any which way you want. Considering how big the legs are, that's pretty impressive. Plenty of good hip action, no problems there. And you get a little bit of waist movement to boot. Most of the problems with this kit are due with this big backpack. It's back heavy, it causes issues, posing, it's just a bit of a pain in the butt. Accessories, you get this ammo pack. Said pack, you get 2 of them, and you can put them on both wrists if you so desire. And if you push said ammo pack forward into that little latch, these missiles pop out. 2 beam sabers, 1 on each hip in the skirt armor, which you can shut as so. And of course 2 red blades. And no problems holding that. It is kind of a pain in the butt to get in and out, but no real problems. The shield, very sturdy, nice decals. Slaps on the arm as so. And it is on a pivot, so you can move it in just about any direction you want. No problems dropping it. Nice sturdy connection, no problem. You got a beam rifle, very big beam rifle. Looks very nice, lots of details. Again, nice decals. No problems holding it. It can be a little too heavy, so the arm will droop a little bit over time, but considering how big it is, that ain't that big of an issue. And just like in the series, you can connect one of the beam sabers onto the end, and the gun can be used as a long beam saber. And that's pretty cool as well. Again, it becomes a little heavy when you do this, but not a huge issue. Now, the other thing you can do is you can collapse the gun, as so. The barrel shrinks, the handles go up, and the scope goes down. And with this little attachment here, you can plug it onto the arm, as so. So the Zeta can carry the gun around like that. Again, no issues, no problems. Nice strong connection. And you get this guy, Hyper Mega Launcher, which is absolutely insanely huge. You can see it's well bigger than the Zeta Gundam itself, and is one of the biggest gun of any Master Grade you're ever going to get. It is just insanely big. Now, this comes at a cost. Because it is so big, it's kind of heavy and awkward to hold. They do give you plenty of options to try and get that thing up there. So you have 2 latches that open up, and 2 handles on the inside along with the handle on the bottom. But truthfully, the easiest way I've found is just hold it on the handle and have one hand supporting it underneath. Now, it's not being held up by much. One little bounce and it's going off. But it's a really big gun, and you kind of expect something that huge to be difficult to hold. Now, this is the Zeta Gundam, which means there are two modes. Standard Gundam mode and your Wave Rider. I'm going to get this out of the way, folks. I'm going to talk you through the transformation here, but as complex as this looks, it doesn't do it justice. This is a very complex transformation. It's very frustrating. It's very difficult. I've only done it twice. Once when I got the kit, and once for this review. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. It's that difficult. Now, to start off, you collapse the head, you move the V-fins in and move the head down. Move the chest compartment up and forward. Move the chest compartment all the way up to the top and bring the head as low as it'll go. You bring the waist section in. You then unhinge the hips. You move the front skirt armor forward, the back skirt armor back, move the hips out. Then it's about moving the hips up and locking them into place into the back skirt armor. You move the arms forward, bring them out and away from the shoulders to keep that out of the way. Collapse the front skirt armor into itself and hook it back into place. Move the shoulders and the arms into the cavity you've created by moving the hips out. Bring the backpack, swing it around, unhook it from the center section, and move it to the top. And you got to keep watching out that the V-fins do not open up because you don't want to break them. Now you're going to bring those sections around from the back and move it to the front. You're going to pull these two wings out from underneath and use this hinge system you see here. You're going to remove a couple of plugs and bring them out so you can connect everything together. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the wings, move them down, so they're pretty much covering almost the entirety of the arms. You will see the fists at the bottom, but that's about it. Then you're going to take the shield, extend it, and you're going to hook it in between the two wings. There are about 5 or 6 connections where everything hooks into place. Up until this point, the Wave Rider was very shaky and not very solid. Adding that shield fixes that. Everything becomes a lot more solid and stays together a lot easier. After you've got the shield in, it becomes a little bit easier to transform this guy. But after that, all you really have to do is extend these wings, take the skirt armor and move it around to the front and it hooks into place, and take the tail section and move it to the back so it acts as the rudder. And you can see it's starting to look like a Wave Rider. After that, all you really got to do is move the legs up and do a little finagling with the knees so everything hooks into place. The knees can be a little frustrating to work with, but eventually you'll get it. No huge issues there. Now, getting from point A to point B is very long, very complicated, and very frustrating. You can see you can attach it to the action base that came with the kit. This will not fit on a standard action base. You need this one in Wave Rider mode. And it's got a nice strong connection, so no issues there. Now, you can take the beam rifle and attach it onto the top, right in the center, right above the tail section. And that looks pretty neat. And it's a nice strong connection, no problem. And you can also hit the Hyper Mega Launcher, collapse it, and connect it onto the bottom. You see, I've had to change the angle of the action base to make this fit. So it's moving at an upward angle. So this is what it would look like if you could actually have it perfectly even, but you can't. But still looks really nice. Final thoughts on this kit. I'm giving this kit a thumbs up, but with a word of warning. This kit looks great. It looks just like the anime version. This is the best looking of any of the Zetas that have made it to Master Grade, Perfect Grade, or any grade. It has great decals, great detail, perfect colors. It looks great. But if you're looking to put this guy into a whole lot of poses, you're going to be disappointed. Because the transformation is so complex, it hampers posability to a great extent. This kit has some problems. If you're a person who likes to do lots and lots of different poses, you're going to be disappointed. If you're a person who likes to put it together once and let it sit on a shelf, you'll be quite happy. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, please ask them. I will answer them to the best of my ability. And I'm sure there will be some questions. I'm still working on my conversion kit. I don't got a whole lot left to go, but I should have it done soon, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys next time. Oh, and one more thing. I see dead people, and I run on them.